to all these, all the channels. I'm just trying to get some of this stuff in right now so we can. Where is it? So I've got my camera. Walshy's got his camera.
We're rocking and rolling.
Yeah. Here's one.
Oh, nice.
With.
Alien twins today. Is that one of the founders, Tress?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah, this is one of the founder ones. I pulled
really cool.
Group. Yeah, we've got couple different test VRMs that we're messing with, and so some of this might have some corrections that need to be done on it. So this was like a test one, but I can swap up to something different though. Here, if we're going to be doing it, I should be running as Jenny, right?
Very nice.
So here we are. This is a good way to start, actually. So this is our AvaSmart field trip. I was thinking it'd be fun to we started doing the Substrata stuff before, which was cool because it introduces a whole bunch of other fun stuff. So like we can run it in the background, as you can see. Oh, I've actually got a different one there too. So
don't forget to hit me with that Twitch link, Triss.
All right. It should be Twitch TV/TokenSmart. Here, I'm going to post it up. A live chat. So it looks like my feed is starting to get a little bit interesting, right? As we add more people in. Okay. I just posted the link up in the live chat. It's at twitch.tv/TokenSmart.
Perfect. It works. We're all good.
Nice. Okay. So let's see here. So as you can see in the background, I'm actually running this as Substrata here. So this will be a fun one to anybody who missed that last week. Here, I'll move my screen to the side. And then I'll make this a little bigger so you can see what's happening. Yeah, see, I'm still a little too big. So one thing we were thinking about was just a quick check-in to show you this is what we were doing the other week in Substrata. These are some test ones that we were running. This one we just decided to bring it up because we thought it was fun with the vehicles and things like that. Allow you to do a little bit extra. But one thing that we had a lot of people ask about was actually about these Avastars that we're working with right in the corner, which is a common, they call it vtubing. We've got like virtual influencer tube stuff going. So we thought we'd take part of this to actually tell you how we did that. Let's see. We wanted to make a couple of these. So right now we've got two primary Avastar VRMs we're working on. We've got Walshy here. You can see he's sporting himself. And I'm currently running Quigbells, who is the director of Avastars right now. So since she's not here, I am LARPing as her. Ha. So we can drop those files here so other people can jump in and try playing as those two Avastars, right? Do you have those links handy?
Yeah. Just give me 1 quick second. I'm just going to ping the Avastars Discord via an announcement, and then I will be able to give you guys my full attention.
Cool. So I was thinking with that, if we make the VRM files available, then if we mess around with some of the VTubing stuff, other people could try downloading the VRMs and do it alongside us. So you could jump in camera if you want and try to talk with us. Let's see. Yeah. I see some of you guys. Let's see. I think everybody should be able to stream if they wanted to, but we'll see. We'll see when we get there. So let's see. The software that we're currently running with right now, I'm using a software called VC Face. And that's a pretty common base. So in the VTuber space, what you see is you run an application that allows you to install a VRM file, and then as long as it's rigged so you can see what's happening, the skeletal structure on it is rigged in a VRM tool. You can load it into VC Face. So it's VSEE Face. Is a link. I just dropped a link in there. VC Face. Yep. This, if you download this, the website's pretty rough, but it's because
the website definitely gives off some weird vibes, but the product at the end of the day is great. Yeah.
Because with that, if you download that product, it actually let's bring this up. Because I can show you. When you install the software, it's actually where I got this. And I can turn off transparency. So this, you can actually see it come up in here. It's actually set to not let you see the buttons right now. But when you upload, when you open the app, it comes up with it actually starts you in a little wizard where you choose an avatar. So with this, you can select and choose a VRM file, which allows you to import it. But this also gives you a whole lot of other information too. If you're ever in the VRM space or the open VR model sharing space, a lot of people upload metadata on it that tell you, the author of it, if there's versions out, if there's contact email, who's referenced. They also have a lot of things like if it's violence or sexual in nature, you can say you don't want this VRM available in those situations. So that's supposed to give you legal standing if somebody were to use the VRM that you have that you don't want used in like a violent game or something. You can make it so if they use it in that, then you can have legal repercussions. So the metadata can be pretty important if you are a creator trying to put your own VRMs out. For here, we're just like importing some that we're working on, so that doesn't matter as much for this little experiment. But
yeah, it's super simple. Once you have all your VRMs downloaded, which of course once we release the 3D Avastars, for example, you'll be able to access that through whatever file folder you hold them in. And it's just a matter of selecting the VRM. You'll see the 3D model pop up, and then you go ahead and you set up your you just select your webcam and your microphone in settings. You set up facial tracking, and then you can set up your resolution based on whatever kind of a PC you're running. It's pretty simple, really. And then from there, you can just import that to OBS using your streaming camera. Or your virtual camera, I suppose.
Right. And then since it comes in as a character, it's all a digital character. So this is all the model with a transparent background, which is why I'm able to overlay it over other screens in OBS. But you can, like what Walshy's done there, he's got a background that he's actually added in. So he's got one for the Avastar landing space. So that's pretty fun. I don't know if is that content that we could just like dump out? Can other people use that as a background? Or
I would probably check with our project director before I hand that out, but you can definitely use like any background that you would like to use. For example, let me see here. So that's inside Genesis 721, and then as you can see, I've switched to my where's the stream? Here I am. I'm inside of the "This is fine" meme now, so yeah, it's pretty simple. As long as you have a few images loaded to your OBS as scenes or as backdrops, it's just a matter of selecting the one that you want to go behind your VRM file, and you select your size, and you can choose all kinds of different environments. They can be 2-dimensional or 3-dimensional.
Yeah, so let's see. So if anybody here is downloading that or wanted to play with it, you're more than welcome to install it, drop the VRM in there, see if you can get in and ask us questions over in the live chat, so we can help you. Once you have VC Face running and it looks good, then you need to use something like OBS Studio, which is an open broadcast system, I think. It's a popular video streaming product the most Twitch folks use and things like that. It allows you to get all kinds of sources, both audio and video. So what we're doing here, we've got VC Face running locally, and then I'm using OBS to pull the VC Face in as a source, which allows me to move it wherever I need to be. And then I can pull other screens. Like right now, I've got the Substrata client as another source. That's how you can see it in the background here. Or for example, we were playing with a Hyperfy project, which I can pull up now. It's that Hyperfy.io. This is
For anybody that wants to join us, I've shared the VRM file in the live chat.
Yeah.
So if you have any questions, we can help you troubleshoot things and get you up and running while we're live.
Yeah, let's see. I've got to pull down the scene, drop it in. For anybody who's used Hyperfy before, they actually made that one pretty easy too. If you go mint your own world, it basically just starts as a totally open world with nothing in there. Of course, I've got to see if I've actually got the scene that we had gotten before. If not, I can get another one. Do you have the scene actually?
Which scene would you like, bud? Inside the Genesis, or?
Yeah, the changing room one.
Oh, the changing room. Okay, that's in Hyperfy. Let me check. I'm 90% sure that I have it. I'm just loading it up to make sure that we still have access. And we do.
Very cool. I mean, we can do all kinds of other stuff on this. Let's see. If we want to, I want to scale this by 10 probably. And then I can bring this in as another world or another screen.
Yeah, Aerocasa, you don't need a very good camera either. You just need something that can track your blinking and your head movements. So like, you know, a mid-range camera is fine. You don't have to go all out and buy like a $300 camera or anything. Yeah, but maybe this will be your excuse to go and get one, right? I'm sure that you can grab a camera online for like $50 nowadays. That'll do the job. And if it's a good enough camera, it'll track your facial movements too, like your mouth movements. But I've noticed that I think there's a setting that will also move your mouth based on your voice. So your microphone might also have something to do with your mouth movements. I need to play with the settings more to figure out how exactly it is that works.
Yeah, let's see. So I am actually looking for the latest VRM so I can drop it in this one. We've been going back and forth for a long time on these models. Yeah, I just shared, let's see. I just actually posted, so I just uploaded this into a Hyperfy world if you want to. Let's see, I turned on collision. So Walshy, if you want to click that, you can jump in here with me. This might be a little too big.
What kind of a world is this now?
I found some medieval asset packs the other day and I was messing with them. So,
oh, this is a Trislet world.
Yeah, this is a little like medieval fantasy world.
I feel like I'm at the Renaissance Fair. All right, well, this is a great opportunity for me to change my backdrop to screen share.
Yeah, this was actually done by Polygonal Minds, and they made some of the models free. So I was just playing with this. Let's see. I feel like it's scaled way too big.
There we go.
It actually still might be a little too big, but it seems a little closer to what we...
Chris, how do I change my display capture to one specific screen so that if I change windows, it's not confusing everybody?
For your source, so let's see. In OBS, your source, you want to... instead of, are you sharing a desktop or are you sharing a...
I've got it set up right now as display capture from a desktop.
Set it up for window capture.
Window capture?
Yeah.
All right, let me add a source here.
Yeah, set it for window capture, and then you need to select which window it's going to capture.
Perfect. There we go. Hyperfy World 1232. Beautiful.
I definitely feel like this world is still scaled up a little bit too high. Where like Mario in that world and everything is when he shrinks down, he's super small and everything else is massive.
Are you running Substrata and Hyperfy simultaneously?
Yeah.
Oh wow, man! I need a computer like yours.
Oh, that's right, because you can probably still hear the motorcycle in Substrata, can't you?
Well, your screen on Discord is streaming Substrata. Your display capture or your window capture?
Ah, because I'm in studio setting.
Who goes there? Is this Felons?
Yep.
It is. Hey, Felons.
He's at the sausage cart.
Let me hit you up with a slash wave. I said slash wave.
Is there like a... I'm trying to remember in... there's like a certain button that brings up your gesture control in Hyper.
Oh, yes. I was thinking of the other platform where it's slash commands. That's Monaverse. I thought it was either Z or X.
Yeah, I did too. Man, I know. Since that's one problem is that each virtual world seems to have a whole different control scheme. Besides, I mean, the WASD helps to start, but
Yeah, it looks like the emote button is no longer there.
well, that's pretty interesting, isn't it? It's kind of frustrating. I mean, that's half the fun, right?
Yeah, but anyway, so you set this land up all by yourself with just different assets that you had access to? So you essentially kind of like a roller coaster tycoon type scenario?
Yeah. Check this out. Yeah, this is pretty funny. This works out.
I'm trying to find you. Oh, there you are. Hold up, let me get a screenshot. I need the right angle. There we go.
Perfect. Fruiterbraten, right? Oktoberfest. Woo-hoo. Yeah, they actually, this was made by Polygonal Minds. They made the fairground stuff, but then they dropped it out as CCO. So I was browsing through their stuff and I found it. So.
Bellens, you have a VRM, don't you? If I'm not mistaken, I thought you had like a Alien versus Predator type thing.
That's right. He was wearing it when we were at another. That was in Monaverse, I think.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, loud and clear.
Yeah, cool. I was wondering if I should do this, but yeah, I cannot find that Predator VRM, but I actually just put on a VRM that I got from Monaverse from one of the many Rizzle adventures. So you see the bloody guy?
Oh, let me check this out.
Where are you guys again?
We're right by the we're right by the beer stand near the stage and a giant pretzel.
Okay.
Oh, there you are.
Yeah,
I see you. You're on the stage. Oh,
like
cool. Oh, it reminds me of like the guy from Saw that drives the tricycle.
Yeah.
That might just be.
It might be the inspiration. That's a little bit creepy, but I like it.
Yeah, I actually thought I was, my face was in here when you were taking the picture. So you can take one now if you want.
Absolutely. Let's get a screenshot.
Oops. There we go.
It's horrifying. Get in there, Tris.
Oh, it's funny. I'm actually sticking through the. There we go. Wow.
Yeah, the physics aren't perfect, but they do. Let me try to get this just perfect so that.
There we go.
There you go.
Is it showing up right?
Yeah, there you go. Now you got
There we
your.
go.
There's legs popping through and stuff. It's a little sketchy, but it'll work.
Now this is yours, Trislet.
This is my Hyperfi parcel.
Yeah.
I just dropped a bunch of the Oktoberfest assets that Polygonal Minds were playing with on it. But yeah,
Got it.
we got an Oktoberfest festival. See, perfect.
Hilarious.
So is anyone in the chat trying to use VC Face or just following along for now?
Yeah, unfortunately, I can't use it because it's Windows based, and I can, but this is me on my Mac.
Oh, it's not Mac compatible.
Well, at least what I downloaded, the zip file.
Okay, gotcha.
only had Windows executables. So let me look a little bit more.
It's a little finicky too, in the sense that I tried removing the VC Face file and pasting it onto my desktop, but it in my case, it needed to remain in the same folder that all of the other files were held in, or else it wouldn't function. So that's just a little bit of a word of advice. Make sure that you leave the VC Face startup file in the folder with all of the other files, or you might run into the same issues that I did.
Got it. It doesn't talk about running on Mac.
And the thing with VC Face's landing page on their website is, like, as you guys have probably seen, if you've checked it out, there's some, like, it's not all English. So, yeah, it's not the easiest to troubleshoot, but I mean, it's easy enough to get the hang of once you mess around with it.
And of course, it's only one of many model presentations to,
Yeah, I'm sure there's other programs. I've tried one that was Polygonal Minds is working on one, Crypto Avatars, and they're still perfecting it, but it works fairly well also. I don't have a hand tracking device, so because of that, the hands just kind of do whatever they feel like doing. It's not very accurate. VC Face, you can turn the hands off, which I like, and then once you get the Leap motion tracker, you can get more accurate hand and finger tracking. And you can also use the Leap motion controller for, I believe, what is it, Tris? The Vive VR headset?
Yeah.
So it's multi like functional. You don't need to buy one and only use it for VTubing if you're a VR gamer as well. You can use it for that too.
Oh yeah, I see it now.
I'm going to turn into Walshy.
Is this what Bogey uses?
You may use something else, but there's a couple apps that do it. This is just the one that I've noticed, like, I seem to have the most luck with. There's a couple other apps on Mac, I think, that do basically the same thing, probably.
Yeah, my good friend Metamori, who is famous for being the first Bored Ape VTuber, he's the one that turned me on to VC Face. It's the program that he uses, as well as he uses it with the motion controller for the hands. So what he's able to do is pretty impressive, and that's how he utilizes his Bored Ape IP in the same way that you guys are all going to be able to use your Avastars IP however you'd wish. You can, start a VTube brand or whatever you think.
Well, so the way this works is, as long as I have an Avastar in my wallet, that becomes you'll basically drop. It's not actually not going to be another NFT. It's tied to the Avastar. So we're working on very simply having it, extended the metadata to have a VRM link. So just having the Avastar will make the VRM available. So any metaverse that's going to implement it, like for something like Other Side to implement it, all they'd have to do is just say, if your NFT has,
a variable called VRM, then it'll use that for your avatar. So we're trying to make it really simple for other
Right.
metaverses to implement it.
Of
But
course.
I mean, that'll also make it so you could just hit the download button and you'll download the VRM, right?
The Motiverse only allows URLs, which was kind of funky. So would you be able to use the IPFS URL?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. If you use what Tris taught me to do and what works quite well, I don't know what the other alternatives are, but if you just open up a Web3 storage account, which is free, you can save your VRM files to the Web3 storage website or the cloud, I guess, whatever it might be. And by doing so, you can copy the link that you can then paste in Monaverse to use the VRM once it's on the Web3 storage.
The way I got around it was putting it on Dropbox.
Yeah. Yeah, that'll work. Once the so the NFTs are going to have a link to the VRM file. So logically,
Yeah.
once they're like that, you should be able to just use the link
Oh,
that your
definitely.
NFT references. So you shouldn't have to take that extra step.
Exactly. No, that's just what I was saying. How I got around it initially.
Yeah. No, that's definitely, I mean, you're also, you have more technical experience than some people, It's funny trying to reduce the friction people have. Like, some of this stuff is pretty hard if you're not somewhat technically savvy, it needs to be less so.
Yeah. Hey, do you remember the server that we were in when I was wearing the Predator outfit?
Yeah, it was like the tunnel place or bridges, I think.
I think that particular day we went on a wild field trip to like 5 different places, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that particular one that when we were sitting there talking, it was like this. Yeah, there were like columns and bridges and stuff everywhere that we were running around, right? I can go see. I know we have a link to it. Just gonna go find it.
It might actually be in this chat. If I scroll up a little bit, I might be able to find it.
Is it Temple Garden?
It might have been.
Right.
I have, you just go into.
Right, that one's in
Chrome.
Monaverse.
Type in. Sign in.
This is a fun one though. You see, like this build actually makes me like some of the assets here be really fun to minimize these lederhosen and make them a wearable.
Leader.
That'd be great.
Hilarious. Okay. X to skip. All right.
We need wearable beers now, and
Avatars.
maybe the hat too with the giant feather. I don't see that anywhere.
Did they have it as a sample somewhere?
I thought that it was just like a random NPC that was standing there that you could click on to turn into the VRM, if I'm not misremembering. I'm also thinking it might have been in one of the worlds where it was like a cave.
Yeah, that could have been Fromoville.
Fromo was the one with Bob Ross everywhere, but it was that day. It was the day that we did Fromo and Temple Garden. It was one of those lands that the Predator was just kind of chilling.
Man, I should have nabbed it. Absolutely.
This should be a cool pick.
And I mean, the cool thing right now is obviously the floor price of Avastars is very affordable. So for less than the price of getting a 3D VRM rigged, you can at this point just purchase an Avastar off the floor or a couple Avastars off the floor and make a replicant that either looks something like you or just looks like something you're happy with. And you could probably get that done for, like I say, less than the cost of having something else modeled and rigged.
What's funny is as things become like, I don't know, I'm excited to get some of these out because Avastars are one that's, yeah, to your point, like the replicant process allows you to, yeah, the original Avastar scrolling thing, you know, if you were there for the time, like it was cool, you could get one. Now, since that's not possible, you can go and buy and create a replicant that looks like you. And then once we have this side done, we can deliver a VRM. All of a sudden, you could get a custom Avastar that's, you know, hopefully like really close to what you envisioned, like you wanted your virtual identity to be. And then we're making the VRM available. Like it would cost. We've had to source this stuff, and we've tried having people do custom VRMs for us in the past, and it's gotten expensive. I mean, it's a lot of work, you know. So there's a reason why it's expensive, but it'd be cool as hell to make it. You know, oh, you want to make your mark in the metaverse? Like, go buy an Avastar, and you've got a personalized, you know, way to start your journey without having to shell out thousands to have a custom developer do it for you.
Yeah, and just for like a reference point, like when I had my Bored Ape, I wanted a filter for my face so that I could do live streams and be anonymous, or at least pseudo anonymous. And I paid $1,000 worth of ETH in US dollars for just like a Snapchat filter. So yeah, it's just like a reference point, kind of a benchmark as to like what some people have paid for much less. And I know House of Kiba, they were popular if you guys were around. That's probably been 2 years already. But they were like the OG NFT project that basically token gated a pass that would allow you to turn any file into a 3D VRM. So a lot of, you know, that's how Metamori, for example, got his ape rigged as a 3D model. But again, that pass wasn't cheap. I mean, you're talking over $1,000 US.
Wow.
Yeah. We're seeing a lot of, you know, there's a lot more take up and things are maturing a lot. And it's cool seeing new people come in. But man, it's like a lot of them are not being prepared for the invoices and costs they're going to hit when they start really trying to get involved. So anything to reduce that barrier to entry is probably a good thing.
Yeah.
It's the cost of being an early adopter, right?
I thought we were done with that.
I think we are at this point, but my God, when we weren't done with it yet, everything was so costly. Like assets for Sandbox, which we still can't play unless you have an alpha pass, of course. You know, hundreds of dollars for like a miniature Atari asset that you could put on your land, like a tiny little 4-inch by 4-inch Atari device. That was one of the first things that I bought, or I don't know, just anything you can think of as far as 3D assets go. They typically costed multiples of what you'd expect.
Right.
Man. Oh, and does anybody else here trying any of this software or have any questions? Yeah, Arakasa, I saw you joined in here. Here, I can jump back over to Substrata. All this stuff is funny. I like that Oktoberfest build. That's pretty fun. I feel like I want to expand on that more and do more with it. We keep looking at sourcing music guests and stuff. You think we know anybody who plays polka?
Oh my God.
We could probably find it, man.
Oh, totally. You know, somebody at least plays the accordion. Do some rockin'. At the college I went to, they used to have the yearly Oktoberfest, and they would serve, I don't know if you ever heard of Bavarian Dark.
Is that like a dark beer?
It's a dark beer, and American-made. I can't remember if it was like Killian's. I don't know if you heard of Killian's Red, but anyway, this Bavarian Dark they would serve in popcorn buckets.
Oh wow, that must have gone over great out of college.
Yeah, there was no problem in making use of those buckets, but ultimately, the polka would. They actually had a real polka band, and it kind of reduced back to primeval dancing. We called it slam polka.
Slam polka.
And my friends, man. The women would come out the worst off because us big-footed, ogres would crush their feet. And this one friend of mine, she had bruises on the top of her feet. It was just not cool. But luckily, she was drinking as much as we were. So in the moment, she was just like, "Fuck you, get off my feet." But anyway, there, my polka story for you.
Nice. Man.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of German beer, unfortunately. I don't know. I've tried. I just can't get accustomed to the taste.
Yeah, there are some that are edible, but yeah, I totally understand because a lot of them are bitter.
That's what I was just going to say. Like a lot of the German beers that I've tried have like I want to say skunky almost. Mm-hmm. They've got like just a very peculiar kind of an aftertaste that I'm just not used to being from, Canada, from the West. That's not necessarily how we drink our beers.
Yeah, you and your Molson and yeah.
Moosehead, Molson and Moosehead, yeah.
Well, Moosehead was a skunky beer. What are you talking about? But no.
Moosehead has some skunky beers. They have a couple different options, right? Like their Moosehead is definitely a skunky beer, but then there's like a Moose Dry that's probably one of my favorites.
We used to, Molson Golden. That was the one, along with Moosehead. But what I was going to say about the German beer, you might be primarily consuming the Pilsners, where those have the the biggest amount of bitterness. And so what you want to go for is the lagers and the dunkels.
A dunkel. I'm definitely going to have to try that.
A dunkel it's dark. That's what dunkel means. Dark.
I know that there was one in particular called Pilsner Urkel, and it was awful.
Yeah, that's a Czech beer.
Oh, it's Czech. So that wasn't even German.
But it's all in the same. If you taste all the beers from across the world, from Singha to most of those breweries throughout the eastern countries were actually started by German monks.
Oh, that's actually interesting.
Yeah, and so you wonder why the lagers and all of these beers. I mean, even the Japanese. Well, I won't give them too much credit, but the bottom line is that there's serious German influence in all of these beers, and so yeah, and lager is what you want to focus on as far as flavor goes.
Yo, we're not tall enough for these microphones, Tris. You're gonna have to lower them.
Can we resize ourselves?
We need to scale these down.
Yeah, big time, man.
Let's see here.
A cool function in metaverse lands too that used to be really popular that I don't see as much anymore, and it's kind of unfortunate, is the usage of these like projector screens.
Oh yeah.
Maybe that's something that we can tap back into, Tris, for the sake of the good old days.
Yeah. That's actually a really good idea.
Like whenever people are, what's a great example? Like for people that can't make a certain conference, if there's like a speaker or something that's being like live streamed, it's cool to get that onto a projector in a metaverse land where you can, invite the community to come hang out and watch the stream live in the metaverse.
Absolutely.
I'm going to try, just because this is one giant model. What if I...
So I'm starting to work on my Hyperfi with Acapella.
Oh, really? You got a land on the go?
I do. I've got.
We'll have to take a field trip there sometime, and once it's done, and you can.
You can hop in there right now if you want. I've got some screens set up. It's mostly just messing around with streams, especially you were just talking about streaming into one of these properties. There's a special format of linking for you to be able to, in fact, I could drop that.
Let's check it out.
There we go. And now he's got us a little closer to the right size.
Oh, did you resize it while we were in here?
Yeah.
So I actually, now it's too low.
Now it's like solar plexus height.
Exactly.
So
yeah, that's cool. You have collision turned on. That's good. So how much of this did you have to put into place piece by piece? Or was this like an upload?
Yeah, no, this was an upload and stuff. Like, actually, a lot of the pieces here need to be pulled out. Like, there's a collection of Oktoberfest, like, assets that I was playing with, just dumped in half-assed.
Yeah, that's cool.
There we go. That's a little closer.
Yeah, I'm actually was in the process of
karaoke here, right?
Oh, now we're talking.
It's closer.
It would be hilarious, actually, if on the screen, if we were to pipe karaoke tunes in and then have the words come up across the stream on the screen inside the world.
Hey, there's an idea.
Acapella. Greetings.
Well, I mean, like a metaverse karaoke night would be kind of interesting, where maybe it was in like a bar setting or something, and yeah, you could get the words up on the screen. I don't know. There used to be all kinds of fun stuff going on. Like they would have comedy events in like metaverse comedy clubs, but all that kind of stuff is kind of slowed down. But
yeah,
hopefully, we'll be able to rejuvenate that kind of stuff once we get everybody their VRMs.
Well, if you want to hop over to NFT Music Hall,
this would be
let's check it out.
This would be a perfect a cappella group right here, actually.
The four Walshies.
Absolutely.
Where did you drop the link?
In the chat. I could put it into. I put the chat inside Hyperfi here.
Oh, gotcha. You want to drop it right into the live chat on Discord?
Yeah, I just did.
You just did.
Oh, gotcha.
That is.
Oh, I didn't scroll down, of course.
Ericosa says he can sing, or she. I'm sorry, they can sing.
That's cool. We'll be the first one on our metaverse karaoke trip.
All right, back to. So you'll see that I, just did a basic setup of an island and. So the NFT Music Hall, that's just a loop as you come in, and obviously it's, I don't know, I might have bleed through from this other, let me just unmute it. Yeah. So as you're close to the main screen, that's just pure, it's a loop of some of my music. And so if you turn around behind you, way over on, I have this thing called Artist Cove, and you'll hear my NFT, the one with the guy looking at stars.
Oh, very cool.
Come over here. I don't have mine. And then this other big screen here with the square box on it. Let me just log in proper here. to, you know what? I have to get in as NFT Music Hall.
So have you hosted a few events here already, Felons?
No, just in the NFT Music Hall in Voxels.
Gotcha. Voxels was so fun whenever it was lively. It's still being used, but I'd like to see it used more.
So you have to get close to one or the other to not have the other one bleeding through. I've got to get the dynamics. So
Your head's holding on.
Well, it's very much like being at a music festival in real life where you've got like two stages kind of colliding in the middle of the field or the forest or wherever it is that you are.
Exactly. And so actually, if you double click on the big screen next to the one in the Artist Cove, that is actually my, if you look really closely at it, that's my my Twitch screen. So
Oh, nice.
Okay.
so if I mute this so I don't have it, this could be entertaining if I went live. Oh yes.
Yeah, I
I'll
think
just make sure I'm muted so we don't have a feedback loop.
I'm definitely noticing like 3 or 4 Hyperfy worlds, Substrata, and OBS, and VC Face, and a few other things are starting to make my computer sort of go into hyperdrive. But yeah,
I can't believe you're running all of those things at the same time. How much RAM are you working with, Tris?
I think I've got 32 gigs of RAM.
Oh, you're balling.
DC. Share screen.
I'm trying to make do with 8 gigabytes of RAM.
Check. I'm gonna make sure.
So it's the little screen by the artwork with the stars, right?
Well, you should see. So there's a big screen to the left of the guy with the stars, and you should see me streaming.
Oh, yeah, there we go. I was looking at the little screen. It was my bad.
Yeah, and now here's my adventure. Woo! Welcome to the Artist Cove. Bam. So yeah, so I can grab the link out of this. I think I need to log in still or connect. MetaMask.
Okay.
NFT Music Hall. Okay, there we go. This one's from Cyber, or Cyber Avatars. Am I still streaming? Yeah,
Yep.
should be. Okay, so I'm gonna grab the
There we are.
Oh, I gotta click my pencil and then go into here. And I'll drop that into here. Bam. So this is the tweak in order to, what you basically do is set up just your regular video source. So just like what I'm doing for the loop of past NFT Music Hall shows, you basically replace it with this string, with this hyperfy.io play, etc. And so, yeah, it's kind of an interesting thing that Acapella learned, I guess, from the Hyperfy folks themselves. because Banks, of course, has spent a good amount of time working with a variety of different platforms to get a jump on setups, and so yeah, this is cool. So there you go.
That's really awesome, man. Yeah, we should talk after or one of these days, whenever you're planning on having your next event here, and we can all join in and maybe make an event out of it.
I'm working on something with. Let me see if I can find it really quick. Be looking at my stuff. Put it where I put. Actually, no, I've got this. All the screenshots. A whole variety of things happening. Here it is. So this, yeah, this is a precursor to kind of a, this is the back side, this is like a balcony, and here's the stage. There's walkway up to the balcony on the sides. So just something very rudimentary that we. So
Where are you? Where?
Over at the other screen, Tris.
Oh, I thought he was showing us another model in here.
I'll bring it up really quick. Are you at the big screen where I am at?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's at the see where I'm floating, Tris? By the Artist Cove.
Over there.
So you should see me looking back at you guys right now. If you double click your spacebar, you'll fly.
Yeah.
So here, let me show it to you again. Where'd it go? This. So this is what I was showing. Basically have you guys heard of the Warfield Theater in San Francisco?
I have not, but that's just because I live basically on the North Pole.
Oh, that's right. You're in Canada.
Yeah, I'm in the Atlantic provinces, so.
Oh, I see. Are you in the Newfoundland or no?
I'm very close. Yeah, I'm in New Brunswick, so I'm like connected to Nova Scotia and not too far from Newfoundland.
Fabulous. Yeah, I went to Halifax for a Cisco convention a long time ago.
Halifax is a nice city. It's growing so fast. In the past 5 years, like the price of housing has doubled or more, and like the rate of growth for a Canadian city on the East Coast especially, it's just insane.
Agreed. All of it's insane, actually. We might get some reality here in the next year, maybe.
We'll see.
But so yeah, that's the at least rudimentary. If you look way over here on the other side, I've got this test area. It's funny, I had the intention of this other bay, the Bay of Streams. But I've got this one building way over here. That was, just something I wanted to see if I could put a stage inside it. But this is actually, it's funny. That's right. This is actually a voxels model.
Oh, nice. I like that you're actually like building your assets. You're not just using preset assets. You're actually making them by hand.
No, this is a pre-made.
Okay.
Yeah, some of the stuff like actually in Substrata, on my parcel, I have a CryptoVoxels one. It was fun because CryptoVoxels is a fun one where it's like, because it's so easy to build, and then you can save it, which saves it as a Vox file, and then you can import it into Magica Voxel to export it as a GLB.
Hey, if you go back to the my stream, you can see the this is a stage that I'm looking at either putting outside or just taking pieces and parts and putting at least the constructs inside. I don't know if you've gone back to the other side yet.
I'm still watching your stream. Yeah, I see this building.
You see? Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm stuck in your test area. I was just looking at.
Let me get back to that. It's so that this is on Sketchfab. $15. Damn.
That's not bad. $15. Like I was saying, I spent like $100 on an Atari console, like a digital. It was basically just like 3 blocks.
That was a little while ago, huh?
Yeah, that was like 2.5 years ago.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, it's amazing what Sketchfab has now. I mean, it's crazy. Yeah, and being a property owner, Isles of Meta, they're basically providing us a whole heap of constructs within their Unreal package. So yeah, it's going to be pretty wild. Yeah, actually, what's funny is
that might be a fun one to visit. Yeah, I don't usually. I actually grabbed a couple Isles of Meta properties. I remember looking at them a little bit, and I have some, but I haven't actually gone back after some initial investigation.
We need to check out Isles of Meta, and we also have to check out Somnium, because that used to be my favorite metaverse platform, but it just didn't seem to take off the way that some of the others did. Although I do really like it.
Yeah.
Where'd it go?
Me too.
I think we can import to Somnium as well, can we not?
I don't know.
Like our VRM?
I think you need to save it as a thing and make it an NFT avatar. I don't know. We'll need to check out the workflow for that, but
we'll check that out for next week.
Yeah. We should also get into Fortnite.
Yes.
The Fortnite Unreal Creator tools, I found you can import FBX files, and I found some on their marketplace. They actually have some AI NPC creation tools. So I'm like, I think we could actually create these guys as NPCs inside a Fortnite game. That'd be a fun one.
Do you have a ChatGPT API?
I don't know if it's ChatGPT. It just seems to be more like game logic, So
but I'm thinking like ChatGPT. You can, if you had ChatGPT API, I'm not sure how to do it, of course, because I'm not that tech savvy. But I've seen people using AI to do the speaking for NPCs.
Yeah, I've seen some of that too. That'd be fun. No, I mean, I was going down the NPC AI and in terms of a first-person shooter game. So the bad guys try to hide behind stuff while you're fighting.
Yeah,
that's the stuff they deliver with Fortnite, obviously, because it's supposed to be a first-person shooter game, right?
Oh wow, that looks cool.
Yeah, so this is from the original build that Kenna did inside of Isles of Meta. So this is one of the areas on the property, and so this is actually this a good size bigger than the one I'm looking at here. But it's got a similar look and feel with the barricades.
The Isles of Meta. So that looks like it's very high resolution.
Very. It's Unreal.
Oh, it's an Unreal Engine?
Yep, 100%.
Nice.
Their ownership NFTs are on Solana, right? I think.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's an interesting conversation by itself.
Right. Well, I know. It doesn't I try not to be a tech maxi or anything. It's whatever works. It's just funny where it's marketplace dynamics play a whole different thing though whenever you try to jump at chains, right? But
all right, well, we can jump out of NFT Music Hall. I didn't mean to grab the show.
This is what's fun, man, is seeing what the community's creating and seeing what other people are up to and building, because it's kind of like a lost it's not something that people do a whole lot anymore. It was a
Yeah,
lot
it's
more
true.
popular a couple of years ago. So, and this is what like initially really grabbed my attention about NFTs and the community here is that people were just like building cool things, and it wasn't like buying and selling and trading was the main focus at the time. It was just building cool stuff and doing fun things. So, getting back to that is just awesome.
So check this out. This is, oops. I gotta fly. This is the NFT music hall in voxels.
Doesn't
What,
seem to be updating on the fly
I
for
don't know if you
me.
can see that or not. Is it on the screen still? Or did I kill it?
No, there we go. Yeah. Just funny trying to get it to load in for me. But
Let me see, am I still in?
yeah.
Yep. All right. Well, anyway, so this is, I'm looking at retaining some of this look and feel in the property or in the new build for Hyperfi. And by the way, Binks, we're in the NFT Music Hall Hyperfi, and I'm sharing my. I'm doing a Twitch stream onto one of the screens showing my desktop. I'm not
Crypto
sharing.
voxels.
Yeah. So there, crypto boxes, and so that's where things are happening. NFT Music Hall right now. So let me close this out. Bam.
That's nostalgia.
Right. Well, there's quite a bit of stuff in voxel still. You know, Trizlet has gained access, I guess what you want to call that, of the Token Smart Lounge, and with a bunch of people that we've met over Rizzlefest, there's a bunch of voxels maxis that are showing some of their stuff. Sky, why am I blanking? Sky Bravo, and another guy by Geek Hype. And these both have some very cool properties in voxels.
Yeah, there's so each cycle, each market cycle, you know, like we were just talking about that. Like it's funny, the latest conversation around meme coins, because it's like doesn't matter how you feel about them. Like it's very reminiscent of like previous cycles and like different phases of each cycle we've seen. Like, and each time a new cycle comes out, I find a new cohort of like creators who sort of like discover these early metaverse projects. Like CryptoVox is a great one. And I've always said that CryptoVox is a great example of like, he gives you an old green field and it's up to you to fill it. So 90% of like the world, when you do that, they're like, this is boring. But then that small group of like artistically minded folks, they see a green field and the first thing they do is like, oh my God, imagine what I could build here.
Yeah.
Those are the people that when you bring them in and they see it, like you see them like go crazy, right?
Totally.
So yeah, I don't know. It is interesting thinking about what appeals to the masses and what appeals to like the creatives. And like, I do feel like seeing Fortnite release their tools, see some gaming ones like coming out, like this is sort of what appeals to the masses. Like I want pre-built games that just work and I want to shoot stuff and be entertained. Like it's easier for them to sell that, but
Fortnite definitely is branching out, being they're making the Unreal Engine available. You know, build your own I don't know if you know that.
What is it?
Um,
Yeah, the Fortnite creator tools. Yeah, the Unreal tools.
yeah,
That's what I was talking about. They've released the tools so you can create whole custom games that are like outside the scope, but it uses their engine. So
yeah.
all their stuff is built in. Like, yeah, I've been playing with it. Actually, that's what I was talking about.
Okay.
I found I can import like an Avastar, and you can give it AI, like, behaviors like video game NPC behaviors. Like, oh, this guy will get a gun and try to shoot you, and you can have a, or you can make a capture the flag game or something.
Wild. You should show this. Is it accessible?
You can publish it. I was just testing some stuff, and it's not working very well, but
Oh,
the tools are all right there. So I'm like, yeah, I need to.
Yeah.
We need to get that up because I'm like, this would be fun as hell if I had like.
You should talk to Let's talk to Bogey about this because he's really excited about that whole possibility as well. In fact, we've been what shall we say, interested in a couple different platforms how to present the project that we've been working on called Stepping into the Ether.
Yeah.
And it included the Fortnite installation. Or
Some of this stuff, I don't know, these other tools coming out. Recently, I downloaded Tribe XR, which is like, it's like a DJ simulation thing, but it uses Pioneer, like
Yep.
the whole setup. So, if you use it, it feels like a training program for your Pioneer, like mix decks and stuff. I don't know if you've
Totally.
seen Tribe. It's like pretty high end, and you can like create an avatar, and then you can record the scene, and you can import it and stream it to other things. So I'm like, we should be using that and streaming to a screen on one of these virtual worlds.
have you ever met Fuddings?
Nope.
Yeah, he's actually streaming on Tribe.
Oh, that's cool.
In fact,
I've just been playing with it. Like, I downloaded, I took the courses and stuff so I could like figure how to use the mixed things and play with it myself. But obviously, like, I'm not a professional DJ, so. But it's pretty damn fun playing with it and trying out some stuff. But the first thing I thought is like, it has streaming built into it. I'm like, why can't I just auto stream on the fly into CryptoVoxels from this? Like, we just built an entire stage sit up or stream into Fortnite. Yeah, or stream into whatever. It doesn't matter where, really.
check this out right here. Dropping you some links. Funny that you mentioned it. Because he, through Twitch, let me just check this. I need to see.
We're all experimenting with every tool we come across. It's funny, and then when we get somewhere, we're like, "Oh yeah, we've all tried those."
Let's see. Drive. Yeah, so obviously he's not live right now, but
Well, yeah. I mean, do you have a Quest, fellas?
a Quest?
Or yeah,
I do.
Meta.
Yeah, sorry. Quest 2, yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I'm a horrible Quest 2 owner. Yeah. Well, the problem is that I wear glasses. It does not have space for it, but lately I've dispensed with the glasses and it's working out okay. But
Yeah.
I
One of these times we should try one of those. Like, I know we can use VR chat and stuff like that. That'd be a fun way to do a metaverse field trip too. It's a little harder because it's harder to join if you don't have a Quest when you're doing that sort of crap. But but it's fun getting so people can see what's going on. Like,
I'd love to. And you use a PC though, right?
I have a PC, yeah, but I have a Quest.
Okay, so
If I was gonna do a Quest VR field trip, I'd do it on that, and then just send you can stream from the Quest straight to your computer, and you can plug it into OBS and stream to Twitch.
right.
That's it.
But that uses the are you using the Steam VR to do that, or?
I
'Cause
think-
I'd have to figure out because I haven't gotten it, and I'm just
Yeah. I mean, you can with the Oculus. The Quest, the software has its streaming built right in, but it sends it to a screen on your computer. So then it's up to you to take that screen and send it somewhere else. You know.
right, and that screen being Windows based.
Yes, I remember the Nintendo VR, the Virtual Boy. Man,
Well, hey,
and
let's
the
work on
crick in
that.
the crick in your neck after playing it, like Wario tennis for 4 hours. I remember that very vividly.
Hilarious. Well, I'm gonna jump and grab some lunch here. This has been fun. Glad you started it up.
Absolutely. We'll be doing this for the most part every week unless something else comes up. But yeah, thanks for popping in, felons, and sharing your build. And look forward to talking to you again.
Yeah, anytime. It would be great to chat on the side here too. Yeah, totally stoked for that.
Yeah, I think we're just about wrapping up for this anyway. You know, unless we got someplace else people want to jump into. But this has been fun. And I'd like to see if other people, you know, want to jump on and try to create a VTuber thing and have one of their VRMs talking. They can jump in the camera with us. Like, that'd be fun too.
Yeah, and anybody in the chat today that has like a build or something that they want to share, let us know, and we can schedule it into one of our weekly meetings.
Yes, sir.
Yo.
Cool.
All right, well, take care, everybody, and thanks so much for showing up to our Metaverse field trip this week. And hopefully we'll see you all again next week.
Definitely. All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you, buddy. Take care, everyone.